tools in our cabinet. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the cleaning, sanding, cutting, and stripping tools that we have here, as well as different types of clamps. Now, last week we had a great presentation from one of our makers about all the different types of clamps. F clamps, C clamps, or G clamps, depending on what part of the world you live in, as well as pole clamps. There's a whole array of clamps that most of us don't even know exist. Specifically within the MakerPlace hand tools cabinet, we're making use of the clamps and cleaning, sanding, cutting, stripping kits. We will also be making use of the hammers and files kit. Now, we won't be using the hammers, but I do want to point them out and what they're used for. This first one here is a claw hammer, and it's your typical hammer. It's used to knock nails into wood, as well as lever nails out of wood through the claw on the back. This hammer here is called a ball peen hammer. So it's mostly used by engineers. Basically, this point here is for hammering soft metal into place. But once again, we won't be using the hammers for this project. We're mostly concerned with the metal hand files. Axe restoration using MakerPlace tools and cleaning supplies. MakerPlace tools that we will use for this project include cleaning supplies, clamps, different grit sandpaper, hand tools to use with the sandpaper. Other materials we will refer to will be metal files, as well as an electric grinder. Step 1. Install your clamp. To unravel your clamp, move the bar at the bottom toward the left. When there is enough space between the top of your clamp here and the flat piece here, just simply slide it into place and then turn the bar at the bottom toward the right just to strengthen it so that your object stays put and is not moving. Step 2, you want to make sure you clean your object. So in this case with the axe head, we would just simply use soap and water and clean off the rust as best we could. Now there's some other methods you can use, such as chemical treatment, such as CLR, but in this case we're just going to give it a little bit of a light clean with some soap and water. Step 3, or a different way you can go about cleaning your axe head, is just simply to use metal files. Our Midland Makers group had a wonderful presentation on metal files, of which I will include some images here. I took the liberty of using a hand file at home, and you'll see a huge difference in the sheen of the object. You can see a lot of the clean metal coming through and the rust was removed. Of course, this takes some heavy, hard manual work, manual labor of moving the file back and forth to get a really fantastic sheen look. Using a hand file will be easier in the way of avoiding nicks and uneven surfaces, as you see here in the now cleaned axe head. The problem is, that takes quite a long time and you have to have patience to do a project that long. So, instead, I decided to use an electric angle grinder to take off all the rust. Of course, now you see that there are uneven surfaces that need to be sanded out. So here are the different types of sand grit that we have available within our sandpaper kit in the MakerPlace. After you've used metal hand files or a metal electric grinder, you'll want to use different types of grit sandpaper to really get that shine. So you can begin with the heaviest of grits or the highest number. In this particular pack that we have within the MakerPlace here at Midland Public Library, the highest grit we have is 220 and it goes all the way down to 60. However, we do have different finer grits found in this kind of a sandpaper. So you can use a lot of the objects that we have here in really finishing the final product.